So I'm looking at Elite Dangerous. We've got a Crime and Punishment edition today. And I'm aboard this big giant mega ship. It's like a prison in space. I think it's called like the Hammer of Justice or some damn thing. I don't remember. Anyway, it gives you kind of an idea of the size of this thing. There's the engines back here. You can see all the little windows and shit. I suppose this is like the bridge back here, or the command center on the ship. We're kind of slowly going through. My ship is already, where the red is there, you can see my ship. That's scrolling very slowly here. Anyway, the way you end up on one of these prison ships in Elite Dangerous, the game we're playing right now, is by breaking the law in some way. In this case, I did something kind of weird. I went to a station that I had a bounty out in. Only had a $100 bounty. I accidentally fired upon a local security vessel when I was fighting an anaconda before I blew it up. And they got all mad at me and gave me a $100 bounty. So I said, fine, I'll turn myself in. And turning yourself in is actually not a bad thing in this game. It gets rid of your bounty. In this case, it's only 100 credits. Let's see, the Independent Detention Foundation. Let's go to the underside of the ship and see what is going on here. Looks like lots of solar panels or cargoes, containers or something. Detention. They really want you to know it's a detention ship. Alright, fine, so the camera won't go down there. It's too far away. This is kind of far away from my ship anyway. Oh, yeah, you can see more of the infrastructure here. The Champion of Piety, that's the name of this ship, that's right. The Champion of Piety. Sounds all like totalitarian and rigid. They have some pretty gnarly laws, and well, there goes the picture again. In Elite Dangerous, as far as crime and punishment goes, oh hey, there's a little ship cruising along there. All right, fine. Doesn't want me to look around here. What I can do is get in my ship and we'll cruise around. Well, let's do that instead. It doesn't seem to want us to look around here too much without being in my ship. Anyway, here's my lovely ship, my Corvette. Just bought this a while back, and it is amazing. It is kind of an end-game type of ship, so you need to be like a rear admiral or something in the Federation to even warrant getting one, and that's also very expensive. And of course, when you buy a ship in Elite Dangerous, that's pretty much just the hull and enough engines and stuff to get you around. But I've fixed this ship up. I've got about, I don't know, it's worth like about 300 and something thousand credits, like 350,000 credits, which is, no, 350 million credits, excuse me. Which is an expensive ship in this game. You make money pretty quick, but that's still quite a chunk of change. You can see kind of, it's got a nice gold paint job, metallic gold finish, and some extra body kits, modification kits on it that it normally wouldn't have. Like these little scoops here on the side and the pointy nose. But anyway, here's the ship. And of course, in the same idea of having big, oppressive, gothic, powerful sounding names, it is called the Gotterdammerung, which means Twilight of the Gods, for those of you not into the opera. And there's a little patch on the side there, on the with the credit symbol and the planet there. That was some sort of billionaire treasure hunt thing that I was involved in a while back. I don't remember where I got that from exactly. And then there's the registration. FNV is for Federal Navy vessel. I suppose that's in 19, of course, because it's 2019. Of course, right now in the game, it's the year 3305. 3304? Something like that. 3304. There's me in the cockpit. Do-do-do. So you see the cockpit's pretty big. It's more like a bridge on this ship. There's like a 3-man crew on it you can put in there. These are the guns here. Oh, the guns. There's two huge auto cannons that are underneath 1 and 2 there, the hard points. When you unfurl those, you see them there. And there you can see the landing gear and such. There's also, I have a little SRV, what they call an SRV. It's a vehicle that goes in there. Anyway, you usually end up coming into one of these by getting blown up by the law. After they wreck you and blow your ship up, you end up at one of these prison ships. And then you can leave from there. I've already paid off my little paltry $100 fine. There's the sun here in the system, wherever it is. Crucis sector EQ-9B4 or something like that. It kind of rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? Anyway, here's another ship. Oh, ship's landing, I guess. Looks like it. The pad's ready for somebody to land, that is. Normally those landing pads don't light up like that unless there's somebody coming in. I don't see him. Oh, there he is. It's your ship coming on in. Yeah, he's just diving straight in, isn't he? Let's see if we can figure out what kind of ship that is. Oh, it's a Chieftain. Very nice. This is one of the Alliance ships. Let's check him out. Let's see what he's doing. Hello there, pilot. How are you? Oh, he's probably an NPC character because he's just got kind of normal black jumpsuit and mask. Anyway, let's see the rest of the ship. I'll get in my ship, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. So here's my ship from the outside again. And here's me on the inside. Hello. There's me as a character, playing with my joystick, so to speak. Yeah. Whee. Yeah, that's about all your character does. Doesn't really do much other than kind of look around and look happy or fancy. So there's my fancy exploration jumpsuit I've got on. Anyway, that's what the bridge looks like. It's pretty nice. All right, so I can look around here a little bit too. A little free look mode. Get kind of an idea what the thing looks like. All right, let's bust out of here. Let's launch. Champion of Piety, got a damn wrong requesting clearance for takeoff.
Clear off the deck. Stow your weapons until clear of the facility, Commander.
I told him, yeah, he's got the Russian voice. You don't leave the champion of Piety now, will be destroyed. So here we are lifting off. Get a nice little view from outside here. It's about lifting the landing gear.
Cargo scoop deployed. Landing gear retracted. Cargo scoop retracted.
Alright, so now he's all good to go. All clean. Oh yeah, let's go check out the rest of the ship. Jolly. So yeah, like there's these big, oh there goes the Chieftain's pad. I guess he took off, looks like. So now we got the, pretty quick. We have these big spheres here. There's probably the, I don't know, recreation domes or some damn thing. There's another landing pad there. You can see nobody's there yet. Oh yeah, that's my destination, Ricky. I'm gonna head there soon. Yeah, let's check out the front of the nose of the ship here. I assume this is the crew compartment or the crew area of the ship. Since it's spinning, it's got obvious gravity to it. You can see little windows along the way. That's probably all the guard rooms and all that stuff. Wouldn't that be cool to have like a zero-G detention center? So then like you can't even really like futz around very much. You're just stuck in zero-G. They put you in the middle of the room and you can't go anywhere. Because you're just like floating around 0G. Oh no, I'm in 0G. That would suck. Alright, well anyway, here's some more of the tanks and stuff. I guess that's all, like storage tanks, water, food, fuel, all that stuff. Well, yeah, it has a nice little glowing red warning. You must not engage this station. Let's turn around and get a good look from the front view here. So my ship's obviously a little more maneuverable than the camera around it. So looking back, there's the rest of it. I like the searchlights. That's a nice touch too. Let's head in reverse here so we can see where we've been, so to speak. All right, that's enough reverse. There's the bridge. Let's go do a flyby of the bridge real quick. Anyway, yeah, the way you mostly get rid of your fines and what is if you just have a fine, it's not a big deal. There's the bridge and kind of little reaction thrusters there. Not that those probably do very much for something with that mass. It's probably more of a station keeping thing, but collision warning on it. Or proximity warning. Oh wait. Let's hit the lateral thrusters here. The heat shimmering off there. It's kind of cool. The shadows. Hi guys. Don't mind me. Hey, the stay here was nice. I enjoyed the meatloaf greatly. And the bologna sandwiches. Anyway. There's the champion of piety. Let's do a little cruise, zoom by it here. Let's see what we can see. Oh, let's go to the underside. We couldn't really see that very well from the other point. Switch it back to normal ability there. So yeah, here's the underside of the ship. Looks like it's extra storage and stuff too. What is all that crap? Let's see. Like it. Oh, these are like cargo containers. Okay. Yeah, so they're like, this is auxiliary storage one too. I wonder if they keep any like actual evidence or anything there, or if that's all just junk cargo storage. Just okay, here's all the prison uniforms and stuff. I suppose they could have like freighters come and like just drop off cargo containers here. Unless it's a mega ship, those are like the great big motherships. The ship I have is pretty big, as you can see, just by my size of my character. This thing like dwarfs a 747, but it's a big ship. Little Corvette. So it's an actual like Navy ship, so it's the smallest ship apparently that they consider to be a capital ship in the Navy. So, oh, I love the we think attention. In case you're wondering what this ship does, here it is. It's a prison ship. Ooh. Let's fly out to the sun for a piece, and then we'll come back and take a peek at the ship from a bit of a distance away. Ooh, it's pretty. You can see the engine there. It's a big ship. It's at least several kilometers long. My ship's about, it's about 100 meters, I think. So. So yeah, there it is. Go buzz the engine real quick. little contrails that leaves behind. Well, they're not really contrails. It's like a vapor trail behind your ship, your engine exhaust or whatever. It was exhausting. Oh, pardon me. Anyway, that's kind of cool. That's as far as the prison ship goes. Because I'm sure that probably most of the people on there are real happy about being on there. Especially since we know that there is, in this universe, in Elite Dangerous, there is slavery and stuff. It's pretty much illegal in any of the Federation places. Slaves are always illegal there. The Empire seems to like having indentured servants or indentured, imperial slaves, but they don't cotton to normal slavery. Isn't that nice of them? And there's the engine. As we flow by there, probably getting blasted with radiation. Well, so much for having kids now. Ooh, this is kind of cool, the dark side of the ship. The searchlights all going. Nice little flyby here. Hi guys. The champion of piety. Well, I learned my lesson, guys. I'm never going to break the law again in outer space. No, sir. No, I'm not going to go and scan another system's power grid or anything and blow that up for like a couple million credits, or go and scan their data packages, or I don't know, maybe salvage a starship that I blew up, that kind of thing, But anybody I blow up has it coming. I don't blow people up. I only blow up the wanted people. So anyway, let's see. Put full power to engines. Let's get a rig, shall we? And so we ride off into the sunset, away from the giant mega ship, the champion of piety. Oh yeah, let me show you the galaxy map. Afterburners come off there. Let's check that out. Look at that ship. Oh, it's just so sexy. Looks like a big dagger ready to stab somebody right in the face. And with the big old guns it's got, it does that. Oh, look at that exhaust. Wow. Oh, speaking of guns, how about I deploy my guns so you get to see all the sexiness? So there's all my guns deployed. There's the guns coming out. Oh, you look at that. So yeah, it's got two great big multi-cannons on it. Let's just blast away basically each of those barrels is like the size of like a tank cannon or way bigger than a tank cannon. So you got these great big 200 millimeter cannons, 4 of them. 2 of them, so I guess 8 big cannons blasting away at the guy. So the multi-cannon. Now these multi-cannons are actually like your typical Gatling gun type cannon. On the side here, I can't really get too close. There we go. There we go. So you can see those are on the sides, and then there's 2 little PV guns I have up on the front here. On the nose, those are both lasers. Yeah, yep, those are both what do you call it? Consistent lasers. Beam lasers. There we go. This is pulse lasers and other ones. Pulse lasers are the. Oh, pardon me. Oh, here's the. Here's the Alien Buster gun. That's called an AX multi-cannon. It's turreted, so it can fire 360. Or AX multi-cannon. Apparently it's tipped with some kind of like corrosive element that wrecks up the Thargoid aliens in the game. I haven't actually shot any Thargoids with it yet, but they're pretty nasty customers to come by. Of course, now I have a pretty good ship. We should be able to fend them off a little with that gun. It's so sexy. Anyway, let's engage the starter. Oh yeah, here we go. This is kind of cool. Check this out. I'm gonna pull the guns in real quick. So we can get back to that camera angle. So there we go. Going back in their little homes. Ka-chunk. So we're all sealed up for hyperspace. There's the camera, or the champion piety way in the background there. Alright. We're going to go for frame shift.
Frame shift drive charging.
Yeah, the star drive in this game is called the frame shift drive. The idea of the frame shift is that it's able to accelerate in what they call super cruise mode, like so you can cruise in system faster than the speed of light. And then there's like your star drive, which is this one. And now the interstellar drive lets you jump, multiple light years at a time. I think the range on this ship right now is around 24 light years or something like that. It's pretty good, but not great. It's a military ship. It's not the best. Ah, and there's the Phantom Travel. Let's fuel scoop up here a little bit. Oh, look at that. It's a 6A fuel scoop right there, sucking up all that gas. Woo! See that little fuel button there? It says like 700. It was around 700. I've completely refueled my ship around that star by sucking up hydrogen gas in it with my fuel scoop. Now we're going to Chernobog. All you Disney fans, you know who that is. Not a Bald Mountain Dude. Dun 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 dun. Going to Chernobog to sell some stuff. Yeah, I'm going to sell some stuff there. There's some goodies to sell there. Some luxury goods. Now here's something kind of cool. This is the way a standard solar system sort of looks. There's the star there in the middle, and you can see each of those lines as a computer-generated orbit of one of the other planets in the system. Now it's getting very small. Those are way out there. There's like the California Nebula or something over there. This is where's the Orion Nebula? The red one. There's the Milky Way. That's all the stars in the galaxy there. Oh, there's the Orion Nebula, and like the Horseshoe Nebula and the Crab Nebula are all like over there. That little thing. I've actually been out there before. It's about 500 light years away from where we are. Anywho, you can see it's very dark in space. Whee. There's me. Anyway, let's go for Chernobog again.
Frame shift drive charging.
So yeah, the way you end up on one of those prison ships by shooting the good guys that aren't wanted. Anybody that's a wanted ship, if you have them shooting you first, you can shoot back without any sort of repercussions because you're defending yourself. Because there's all kinds of pirates and naughty guys around, so But let's see, we're gonna go ahead and get there's the sun in this system. There's a Vancouver ring red too. That's where our system is. The reason I'm going to this planet, or this particular space station, is that it is a tourist space station. That's their economy, is tourist based there. So there's some stuff I have. Now, a lot of these things I actually got, these explosives and resident detonators and skimmer components. These are all things I found on our planet. they were just laying there in this giant junk pile. It was actually kind of cool. There was like, normally when you go do like a scan mission, there's like a little building and like a terminal you scan your information from. And guys, there's a few little turrets that shoot at you and that kind of thing. And some little guys that hover around and annoy you. Anyway, this one, normally you find on the little cargoes, there's maybe, I don't know, about 4 to 8 of them sitting there. This one had about 2 dozen cargo containers, and they were actually all stacked up. It was pretty neat. I'm like, oh wow, that's a lot of cargo. So it took me a while to load all that shit because your little SRV can only hold about 2. I'm gonna shoot past here anyway. Only hold about 2 tons of cargo at a time. So I'm slowing down. Now I'm coming back around to the station. This is actually a better entry area anyway to the station. To Vancouver Ring. And if you look down on the dashboard there, right in the big central hub there, that's the radar, basically, your local scanner. To the left of that, there's a little crosshair with a little white dot in the middle. It's in the middle now because I have it. That's what my target is, where it's at. And to approach see, I'm actually in frame shift drive right now. I'm not moving through real space. I'm moving through the frame shift, which is, I'm going 0.12C, which is, 1/12 of the, no, not 1/12. 10% of the speed of light, basically 12%. 10% now, 0.2, 0.1. So I'm still moving like a bat out of hell, but in interstellar terms, that's creeping along. See my throttle here on the right, the little right curved gauge there. That's the throttle. I'm way down at the bottom there because I don't want to be blasting by there too far. You can see there in the Vancouver Ring it says 4.2 whatever light seconds. So that's they measure things in light seconds. Once you get to past a couple million kilometers, it's just ridiculous. So they just run all the zeros off the light seconds instead. So we'll land here in a second. And when you're approaching, the little gauges there on the left, on the lower left, that say Vancouver Ring there, distance and speed. Distance there, you can see is 1.3 light seconds. And the speed bar is there, that's measured in megameters per second. So usually those 2 little indicators there, you want those 2 needles to match each other or be in the same vicinity so that they will hit the blue areas in them at the same time. If you're going too fast, if the bottom needle is way over to the right, you're going to usually overshoot whatever target you're going to, and if it's to the left, you're going very slowly towards it, which is still okay, but it's just very slow. There's a nice little planet that I'm heading to. Is this the water world one? I think this is a water world. Chernobog 5. Yep, it's a water world. So, it's a big planet made of water. Well, not made of water, but the entire surface is pretty much covered with water, or most of it is. As opposed to our planet, which only has about 70% coverage. This one has like 100 or 99.9% coverage, whatever. Let's take a look at it. So here we are, nice little outside view again. I'm going to, that looks cool. Those little comets that are flying by are not actually comets, those are other ships. And that's what the frame shift drive looks like in deep space. You see those bright lights, it's a wake from the ship that's coming out. That looks pretty cool. And we better get back because I'm sure we're close. Oh, yeah, we're very close, as a matter of fact. We're ready to kill the drive. Alright, so now that both of those are in the blue zone, so it says safe disengage ready. We turn off our frame shift drive, revert back to normal space. Whee! And here we are on top of our space station. This is another big station. This is just a station though, so it's not, doesn't really have engines running around. That might be an engine, or what was an engine to get it there maybe. And you can see each of these stations always has different stuff too. like here's some big heat sinks or heat vanes. I assume those are heat sinks for the station. That's probably the reactor back here. They keep it nice and sectioned off from the rest of the station. And these are some nice little, probably storage or some kind of storage facility or factories or whatever are probably contained in those containers there. And of course our rings here give us a nice little gravity from the centripetal force, not centrifugal, centripetal force. And because they have different radiuses, radii, I would assume those have different gravity on them. So this one's maybe, I don't know, maybe that's 1g of gravity, the big rings. Maybe this is like 0.6, something like that. Maybe for people who are acclimatized to different gravities, depending on what planet they came from. There's thousands of planets in this game. They're all human, basically. I assume there's quite a bit of genetic drift, and, it's the year 3500 something, so it's going to be a lot of genetic drift that's going on. You'll see too when we get to the station, people have different colored kind of skin. Everybody's all sort of become sort of homogenized now. Most people have kind of brownish skin. It's people living together, together in harmony until we go and blow each other. Oh, there's an Imperial station. Check it out. Because that little eagle there in the middle on the station, that's an Imperial station. And I'm going to do something that will really annoy the traffic control, I think. So fly right through the middle of the ground. I'm sure they hate that.
Please regulate your speed and accommodate oncoming traffic.
Okay, thanks. Anyway, there's the docking function. Yeah, scan away, I don't care. I don't have anything illegal on me. My fines have been paid. I have no quarrel with the Empire. In fact, as far as the Empire is concerned, I'm all of me is what I look like here in the game. Yeah, that's me. And you can change your costume and stuff, usual thing. What was I going to look at? Yes, the Codex. This is something they added to the game recently. People were saying there's no thing that shows any of the lore or anything. So now they've added a bunch of things in for the pilot's handbook. How to do mining, how to do piracy, all this stuff. Here's the crime and punishment section. So it talks about, crimes, murder, theft. Carrying illicit cargo is a fine. Weapons violations in the docking area is a bounty. Like shooting, and then you're usually blown to smithereens when you do that. And then there's fines and bounties. Fines, you can just go in there and pay your thing. Usually until the fine's paid off, you can't do anything at the station. Not much. And then when you pay it off, then they're like, okay. Bounties are a little bit more of a thing. That's where they send you into the prison ships, or just open fire on you if they scan you or whatever. Usually they don't care if it's not the same jurisdiction, they don't do anything. But if you're in the jurisdiction that the fine is from, or the bounty is from, then you're screwed. And fines never become bounties, and then bounties never become dormant or expire, so you have to go to either pay them off at the thing and do your time in jail like I did, or you can go to what they call the interstellar factor, which is basically just a fancy space lawyer. And they charge an extra 25% to clear your fines, but they can clear your fines without having getting totally shot to pieces. Because you go way off on some other system 100 light years away, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't care about these guys. And you pay off all your fines. And like if your ship gets fined, like I gotta hop from this ship to a different one, which is all fine and well, but then my ship has a penalty on it. So that ship, for storing or for moving it around, rather, is screwed up. And There's also notoriety if you actually murder someone, like blow up a ship that's not a bad guy, then you get a notoriety point, and then you're kind of screwed. And you have up to 10 notoriety points. And notoriety like doesn't let you clear your thing in an interstellar factor. They're like, oh no, you're wanted. We really don't want to mess with you. So, and then there's like the distension centers. The distension center, yeah. Hand themselves in. What's nice about that is even if you hand yourself in, you'll end up with your ship. You don't have to rebuy it. And you just pay off your fine, whatever it is. And then you don't have to worry about it. It's kind of nice. Well, let's see. Anyway, oh, I was going to dock at the station, yes. So, hey there, kids. What? I'm too far away, that's why. Because I've been babbling and watching this stuff instead of at the station. Oh, look at that. Sexy. It's Vancouver. Oh, Vancouver Ring. I get it. It's a ring. That's what they call Vancouver Ring. Stations all have crazy names, you know. But a ring is a typical name for a station like that. There's also these big Coriolis stations. There are these big kind of like giant like D20 floating around. It's not a D20. It's actually a cube with triangle cut off sides to it. So it's very odd looking when you're approaching it and trying to like figure out where the heck the business end is as far as coming in. A lot of the stations though actually are kind of easy to find that out because around the what we commanders call the mail slot, which is you can see right there in the middle of the station. There's that little rectangle. That's the docking port. We're gonna go through that. But first, we have to get close enough and then ask for permission to land. Which now we're close enough. It's 7.5 kilometers. I don't know what that beeping is. It's not the game. All right. So, oh wait, I'm gonna stop. Thought I'd commanded it. Quest docking area.
Access permitted. Please land on designated pad number 09er.
09er, Foxtrot, November, Victor. I'd like to call back the stuff that's stupid, but that's what I do. Oh, did you see those little flashes there? When like pew pew, those are ships going into interstellar space. That was pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, I'm going into the station. Anyway, I was gonna say sometimes you can see what some of the stations will have like billboards, like hologram billboards out in front. You can see some of them there now coming up, and they surround those the docking bay then, so you can get distracted looking at a stupid poster for Achilles when you're trying to land and focus. Scan away. I got nothing to hide. Anyway, which way's up, you wonder? Oh, it's the one on the green light to the right. Vancouver Station. Oops. A little close there, maybe. So where the hell's my dock? Ah, it's over here. So yeah, the tourist stations are pretty cool. I mean, they all look like this on the inside. They're, you know, it's Disneyland in there. It's like, welcome to the Garden of Eden. And there's a little ship cruising along there. Oh no, that's not a ship. That's a part of the superstructure. Okay. Pad 9, where the hell are you? Oh, there I am. Oh, 09, see? It was right here somewhere. It's also showing on a little white dot there on your thing, so you know. Now, what's kind of neat is it shows you when you get close enough to it. a little thing. You see all those cargo containers all lined up there on the right. That's pretty cool. Gives you kind of an idea of the real sense of the scale of this thing. I mean, this thing's probably like 5 or 6 kilometers long at least. And then the inside of just this docking bay is like 2 kilometers or so from length to end of the little tube. So anyway, I gotta lower my landing gear. They're just telling me to lower landing gear. And you can see when it's all blue, I'm nice and lined up. That was very nice. So now you just ease it on down. Good job. There you go. Alright. Alright, let's enter the hangar.
Your comfort is our top priority.
I'm sure it is, being a tourist station. Alright, well. It's exciting. Got the cool spaceship, see cool station. Maybe next time we'll do some combat or something. Or should blast the hell out of a ship with those big giant ass guns. Anyway, we realize you have many travel options, and we thank you for flying aboard the Gata Dameron. Please make sure your seats and trays are in their upright positions. You may now unfasten your seatbelts and free feel to leave the cabin. And be sure to bring all of your luggage and your stowaways. Stowaways? Your stowed baggage. Again, thank you for flying aboard the Corvette Gata Dameron. We hope you choose us for your future travel needs. This is Commander RandomToxie signing off.